The Cocheco River is part of the Piscataqua River drainage boundary between Maine and New Hampshire. The Cocheco River's watershed's 185 square miles is entirely in New Hampshire. Headwater streams arrive in Milton, Farmington, Middleton, and New Durham. The river flows approximately 34.8 miles in the southeastern direction through the cities of Rochester and Dover. A variety of wildlife is dependent upon these resources of the river, including moose, otters, fishers, beavers, muskrats, and birds.
European settlement began on the Cocheco River in 1640 with the formation of the village Cocheco, which is now known as Dover. Historically, nomadic Native Americans set up sites by the river falls to take advantage of the fishing and convenient transport by canoe while hunting larger game. The river connects to the Piscataqua, which offers boaters unlimited access to the Atlantic Ocean. However, the most important role of this river was in the Native American Industrial Revolution, which powered the development of great mills at the Cocheco Falls.
In 1814, the first 5 parcels of land where the Cocheco mills stand were purchased by the Cocheco Cotton Factory. That same year, when the Cocheco Manufacturing Company started out, they didn't begin producing cotton until 1850, when they spun yarn and changed their name to Dover Manufacturing Company. The printing of calico fabric with wooden blocks started in January 1826, but cylinder printing started soon after in 1827. Cocheco produced dress goods, furnishing fabrics, novelties, and printed patterns such as stuffed toys from 1827 to 1912. Workers in the mill were primarily young women from the Granite State in southern Maine, mostly working 70-hour weeks there. Printwork companies relied on marketers. Marketers provided a variety of services ranging from selling goods to helping determine which prints to sell. At Cocheco, Charles Everett was the agent from Lawrence and Company. The design effort was a mutual one between the agent and Printworks Company, but the final decision was up to the agent. The agent would secure samples, do a market survey among consumers, and send their version to the Printworks. Despite Cocheco having been in a rural area, goods were shipped to all ports all over the world, and Cocheco maintained a high position in the marketplace.
Cocheco, however, did have its issues with manufacturing and business over the year. On December 30th, 1828, Cocheco mills lowered wages from 58 cents to 50 cents. This caused a huge outbreak in the workforce. The female workers rebelled, which was the first female strike to occur in the USA. Half of the 800 mill girls paraded around with fireworks and banners. The mill's owners simply advertised for 400 replacements, causing the women to hastily get back to work in fear of losing their jobs. In 1838, due to great scarcity of water, the mills shut down half of each day. In 1853, the mills obliged to suspend operations on account of the scarcity of water once again. The streams were lower than they had been in years.
By the 1870s, Cocheco printed an average of 27 million yards of fabric. The number of yards produced nearly doubled by the 1880s, and sales were all over the world. Designs were highly influenced by those of other countries. During the 1880s, Oriental and Japanese designs had a larger influence, and Egyptian motifs were popular at the end of the decade, as indicated by prints with hieroglyphics, crescents, and moons. Americans were not likely to be the primary designers and relied heavily on European designers.
Although the mills were very successful, they did have negative effects on the environment. Of all the water pollution, it's estimated that 17 to 20% comes solely from the textile industry. By 1900, Cocheco printed more than 50 million yards of fabric each year. Pacific Mills had taken them over in 1909 and shut down the printing operations 3 years later. They continued to spin and weave cloth for Pacific Mills until 1940, when the doors were permanently closed.